All right, let's get this show started!
Max Holloway has issued his first statement following BMF title loss at UFC 326 last weekend. After back-to-back BMF title fight victories, Holloway dropped a lopsided defeat to Charles Oliveira's elite Brazilian jiu-jitsu and non-stop grappling pressure. In his first comment since UFC 326, Holloway acknowledged he still has a way to go to achieve his goals. He wrote, "The highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Saturday night was not my night. Sorry to all my family, friends, and fans that I have let down. Shout out to Oliveira for doing his thing. All class, so nothing but love to him. No excuses from this side and there never will be. I've been here before, I know the work I need to do to get back to where I want to be. We are far from done. See you guys at the top." Paddy Pimblett has offered a surprising prediction for the upcoming clash between Ilia Topuria and Justin Gaethje. Speaking in a recent YouTube video, Pimblett shared his thoughts on the matchup, suggesting that Gaethje could pull off the upset and defeat Topuria. Pimblett pointed out that the fight represents Gaethje's final opportunity to capture a UFC title, which could make the veteran especially dangerous and motivated heading into the bout.
And then my two mates in the main event, Ilia versus Justin. Ilia did say he was going to come back around this time, so June. Perfect for him, and obviously Justin Gaethje said himself when he was fighting me, he wants to beat me and then go on to fight on the White House, and he's done it. Know what I mean? That's off to him. He said he was going to do that. That's a scrap. Know what I mean? They're going to come out and they're going to try and take each other's heads off, but everyone's already counting Gaethje out, and we've already learned you can't do that. I don't know, I've got a sneaky suspicion that Gaethje might pull off an upset here and surprise everyone. As you know, it's a fight. It's a fist fight. It can go either way. Anyone could beat anyone. In the White House, he's probably going to have a little bit more motivation to go out there and win because it's in front of his presidents in his home country. We'll have to see how that one plays out because obviously it's big implications for the rest of the division. I'm obviously going to be watching that. I'll have my eye on that, but I'm going to be focused on whoever I get to fight next, and hopefully I'm going to find out the next few weeks when my next fight will be, and hopefully it's around that time. Hopefully it's around June, July.
When discussing his own future, Pimblett also named Charles Oliveira as an opponent he'd love to face next, adding that he believes his grappling is on another level compared to the former champion.
I'd love to fight Charles though. Everyone goes on about his grappling. Everyone thinks it's levels above man, and I know it isn't. If I fought Charles, we'd probably end up having a war on the feet. Charles' resume is heavy, like.
Sean O'Malley doesn't think Tom Aspinall signing with Eddie Hearn is a good idea. For those unfamiliar with the situation, the UFC heavyweight champion recently became the inaugural client of Hearn's Matchroom talent agency. Speaking on the Ariel Helwani show, O'Malley warned that teaming up with Hearn, who is currently feuding with Dana White, might not be the smartest move and could potentially strain Aspinall's relationship with the UFC.
The whole fighter pay thing, it's like everyone wants to make more money when they do whatever they're doing. You know, I have a good relationship with the UFC, and I'm happy. I'm honored that they, you know, asked me to be on the White House card. It's going to be huge for me. It's going to go out there. Yeah, I'm going to make some money, whatever. But I'm going to go out there and build the Sugar brand. I want to go out there and put on a beautiful performance, knock people out, have people remember me, and you know, hopefully that flows into making more money outside the UFC and different kinds of brands deals or doing well. You know, continues to grow, and you know, you don't want to make enemies with the UFC. I don't understand how these. I don't get what people are doing, and I saw that Tom Aspinall signed with the Hearn dude. It's like I don't really know if that's a great idea either. You're gonna have someone manage you that the Dana doesn't really like or something. That doesn't seem very smart. But I'm fucking, you know, I'm not that smart. But I just, you know, that's how I see it.
Ronda Rousey is celebrating Most Valuable Promotions signing Francis Ngannou to serve as the co-main event for her upcoming return to MMA while simultaneously slamming her former employers at the UFC. Ever since signing to face Gina Carano in a featherweight fight headed for Netflix on May 16th, the former UFC Women's Bantamweight champion hasn't been shy taking aim at the company that inducted her into the Hall of Fame in 2018. Her latest shot fired comes after MVP signed Ngannou to face Philippe Lins following his release from the PFL just days after the UFC finally announced the upcoming card at the White House with mixed reactions to that lineup.
Hey guys, rumors are true. I'm joining the Rousey vs Carano MMA fight on Netflix. I'll be entering the cage to fight Philippe Lins from Brazil. MVP is the promoter, so who knows? Maybe this means I'm one step closer of knocking out Jackpot too. But first thing first, catch me on Saturday, May 16 on Rousey vs Carano, live only on Netflix.
Taking to X, Ronda wrote, Ngannou vs Lins joins Rousey vs Carano on Netflix May 16th. How's that for a Banfladen double headliner? That's what happens when you put fighters and fans ahead of shareholders at most valuable promotions. P.S. UFC's White House card sucks. This week, Arman Tsarukyan is set to face former UFC flyweight star Muhammad Mokaev in a hype grappling match on Brazilian soil. Mokaev will move up nearly 2 divisions to challenge the UFC lightweight contender on March 11th. Originally, Arman was scheduled to face his rival, former Ohio wrestling champion Georgio Poullas, but the fight fell through shortly after the announcement. Now, the newly appointed head of Hype FC has explained why. Speaking to Red Corner MMA, the CEO of Hype FC revealed that Poullas was offered a massive $2.6 million deal for 7 matches, a contract that could have made him the highest paid wrestler in the world, but ultimately declined the offer.
Я до последнего, честно говоря, думал, что я смогу организовать с Пулласом схватку. Мое последнее предложение ему было $2,6 миллиона за 7 схваток. То есть я думаю, что это был самый большой в целом в истории борьбы контракт какой-то. И он, видимо, не поверил, что мы реально можем заплатить эти деньги. Он мне, грубо говоря, так и сказал, что я не верю, что вы мне столько дадите и так далее, это суммы большие. И просто выложил анонс с Рафом Лигой. Ну, справедливости ради, эта схватка у них зародилась, как бы это противостояние. Да, мы хотели на волне хайпа побыстрее ее сделать, но не прям обидно. И мы начали в ускоренном формате искать новую замену ему. И я обзвонил, наверное, весь ростер UFC. Дело в том, что сейчас, в данный момент, у UFC после нашего турнира в Армении чуть поменялась политика, и они теперь не всем, действующим бойцам между собой разрешают выступать на хайп-файтинге.
Jorge Masvidal believes a fight with Ilia Topuria could be the end for Justin Gaethje. Speaking on the latest episode of his Death Row MMA podcast, Masvidal, who has trained with Topuria in the past, predicted that Gaethje could take such a severe beating that it might push him into retirement after the fight.
Gaethje didn't look bad in the fight, but he also didn't look phenomenal. I think Ilia does Gaethje even worse, you know.
And dude, honestly, that's fucking scary.
He doesn't.
I don't think
he doesn't. They're in another level.
Yeah,
I've trained with Ilia plenty since like his first UFC fight. I was calling him back then. This guy's gonna be champ. I'm telling you, he's gonna beat the fucking brakes. He retires Homer Simpson that day on the fucking cake. He'll never come back into fighting that dude.
Fuck. I mean,
Homer Simpson's gonna fucking. He's not walking that out when alive. I think he just flatlines him.
Masvidal also responded to Shara Bullett's recent words regarding his withdrawal from their grappling match, which was supposed to happen on March 11th at the Hype FC event in Brazil. He wrote, "You better keep that one eye on the prize. Any shit I talk, I back it up. I don't fight for the hype. Make sure the money is right." Conor McGregor continues to prepare for his return to competition. In a new video shared on social media, McGregor can be seen putting in rounds of boxing, sparring, and sharpening his grappling skills as part of his ongoing training camp. Tom Aspinall has come to the surprising defense of Jon Jones. Jones will not be competing on the UFC White House card after negotiations reportedly broke down, with the former champion allegedly asking for $30 million to take the fight, a figure that the UFC declined to meet. Now, in an interview with Ariel Helwani, Aspinall, whose own career was stalled for nearly a year while waiting on a potential bout with Jones, defended the longtime champion. Aspinall said it's crazy that the promotion isn't willing to pay Jones what he's asking for, calling it a sign of disrespect toward one of the biggest stars the sport has ever seen.
Wow. Well, my reaction to that, and this is going to probably be crazy to a lot of people listening, but why is the UFC not giving John the respect he deserves financially? That's crazy to me. If anyone should be getting paid a lot in this sport, it should be John Jones for the stuff that he's done. And that's me. That's me saying that.
Yeah.
After the history that I've had with John Jones.
Are you still not giving it to him?
Well, they offered him 30 million to fight me, so why have they not offered it again? I don't understand.
And you're probably a $25 million fighter.
I would hope so. But those guys who we're talking about, Conor McGregor and John Jones and guys like that, like they bring in the other guy. Those are the guys who brought in the revenue for over 10 years. They need to be getting paid what they deserve, in my opinion. I think the guys need to get their money ready for my fight. If we're talking about 25 million, I think
that was my idea.
25 million, because I'm ready to get that.
Tom Aspinall also shared a positive health update, revealing that his vision has improved significantly following his most recent surgery. The UFC heavyweight champion said he's feeling optimistic about his recovery and believes he will be able to return to competition in 2026.
Do you think that you will fight in 2026?
I hope so. I think so.
Are they giving you that indication?
They're giving me the indication that everything's going in the right direction and improving fast. So there was a time when, you know, things were all up in the air because we had some complications with it, but everything now is moving good, and I'm feeling a lot better. So
was there a point where you thought this might be it, that you maybe never fight again?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Was that terrifying?
I just thought, what am I going to do for the rest of my life? Because you got to remember, mate, like I've been involved in martial arts since I was 8 years old. I'm about to be 33 next month without being able to do any kind of martial arts. No, I'm not even talking about competing. Like at some points they were talking about potentially me not being able to train martial arts. So, but that's all in the past, mate. So I am out the little dark patch, and we're moving towards the light. So I'm absolutely buzzing.
Jon Jones is officially done with the games between him and UFC CEO Dana White. The former two-division champion publicly called for his release from the promotion in a lengthy social media post Monday following White's dismissive comments about Jones being excluded from the UFC's White House event on June 14th. He wrote, "Hey everyone, I wanted to address Dana White's comments from this past weekend because the truth matters to me and the fans. Dana, you were heated about why I'm not on the White House card, but let's clear something up. My team and I were actually negotiating with the UFC for that fight. Real negotiations. I even came down from my original number, and what was I offered in return? I was lowballed. Yes, I have arthritis in my hip and it's painful, but that doesn't mean I can't fight. So let me get this straight. If I had accepted a lowball offer, suddenly my hip would be fine and I'd be on the White House card? That doesn't make sense. I even received stem cell treatment last week to get ready for the White House card, and training camp was scheduled to start today. I was preparing to be ready. I understand business deals fall through sometimes, but going out publicly and saying things that aren't true isn't right. After everything I've given to the UFC, the years, the title defenses, the fights, hearing that I'm done is disappointing. Especially when as recently as Friday, UFC was calling me trying to get me on that White House card for a much lower number. If the UFC truly feels like I'm done, then I respectfully ask to be released from my contract today. No more spins, no more games. Thank you to the real fans who know what's up. Bones out." Here are the top 3 memes found on the internet. Number 3 meme was posted by No Context Ariel Helwani. Number 2 meme was posted by Robert. And number 1 meme was posted by Cage Culture. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest MMA news.